Good day, everybody. Good day, guys. Okay, today we are going to be talking about some courses, some university courses that you can do that will help you out when you come to the aviation industry. And we're going to be talking about this because a lot of persons keep asking me questions like, oh, which one is best? Should I go to the university or should I come to flight school first? That's one of the reasons why we're going to be talking about this, though I've explained this already in another video. But I want us to look, Nancy Bros, welcome. I want us to look at the aspect of if you now happen to go to university first before you come to flight school, what kind of courses will you pick while going to the university that will actually help you or aid you when you are coming. Cassie World. So first time I'm seeing this name here. If you're new here, consider subscribing. So it's going to really help you. Jethro, I'm fine. Thank you so much for joining the live stream today. It's going to help you decide, okay, if I'm going to go to university, this is the kind of course I should do, because when I now come to aviation, it's going to help me. So I'll be giving you guys two parts of this, like the ones you can just do if you just want to quickly do a course and come to university, and the ones you can do that will actually help you when you come to the aviation industry. Okay, that's really cool. So if you're new here, guys, this is Princess Anu-TV. We talk about aviation, motivation, and adventure. And if you've not subscribed, do me a favor, guys, click on the subscribe button and click on the bell so that you don't miss any important, everything on this channel is important, trust me. You don't miss any of my videos, notifications, and all that. So we'll be going straight into today's topic. Firstly, I would like to talk about if you just want to do a degree. That's because most of the time they say, or companies, airlines, when I mean companies, I'm saying airlines and other cargo companies, they always want to hire persons. Sometimes they want to hire persons that have attended the university already, even before considering like just every other person. So, and depending on your ranking and all that, depending on how far you want to go in the aviation industry, they'll be like, do you have a degree or you don't have a degree? So that's one thing. Hello, are you in Lagos? I'm in Nigeria. So if you want to pay me a visit, let me know. So anyways, I was just okay, that was by the way. Let me just say this. So guys, there are some things you will have to consider if you just want to do a degree. Like generally you just want to do a degree, quickly finish, and come to aviation. Now you can consider doing any course, like any course. It can range from the agric, it can range from any course, but at least let it be a science course in the university. It will actually help you. You can do any course at all. General courses like microbiology, medicine, whatever course you want to do, you can just pick any course and do it. But if you want a course, or if you want courses that will actually give you an edge, make you have a better understanding of aviation, there are some courses I'm going to be listing out now that you should consider. Number one, mechanical engineering. Mechanical engineering, not because maybe aviation is all about the mechanical part, but it's really going to help you. Mechanical engineering is obviously it deals with a lot of engineering terms, a lot of engineering stuff, and the aircraft you're going to be flying, they're going to be teaching you things on piston engine, they're going to be teaching you things on engine, on fuel capacity, oil. No, yeah, welcome. They're going to be teaching you a lot of things that deals with how an engine performs, how in case you have malfunctions, oil pressure, all those things are not things you learn in biology, they are not things you learn in the medical sciences, they are not things you learn in agric, they are things you learn in engineering. So if you are thinking of courses that will help you, firstly you can look at mechanical engineering. You can go do that course in university. You can look at electrical engineering. Kerry Roots, welcome. Nice seeing you here. You can think of electrical engineering. You can also think of mechatronics. I know now in Nigeria they're beginning to bring all these courses that were not there before. e.g. mechatronics. Like mechatronics is a combination of mechanical engineering and electrical engineering like put together, and they teach you the whole thing, like maybe a part of this I put together. Probably that's why they call it mechatronics. So mechanical engineering, electrical engineering combined together. These courses will really give you an open mindset concerning how an engine performs. Like personally, I didn't know much of piston engine because I did animal and environmental biology, so I didn't know of much of all these engines. Like, okay, how does an engine function? They're going to be teaching you, though they will teach you all these things in flight school, but it will give you an added advantage if you already understand how these things work. So I don't know if you're getting me. That's a course you can do. Now, if you don't want to get into engineering, or you feel engineering is 5 years and you don't want to spend 5 years of your life, you can consider courses like physics, mathematics. I'm saying university courses that you can do, especially if you're a person in Nigeria, because you know that the reason why I'm not mentioning all these aviation courses like maybe aeronautic engineering, all those other courses, because hi, you're very welcome. Those are courses that are constant K on aviation. So you, as in, and some of these courses you don't have them in all countries. Like in Nigeria now, you don't really have a place, though they are trying to bring in these things, but for now we don't really have places where you can say, okay, you're going to do full like aeronautic engineering as a degree, like a full degree, a BSc. You don't really have that. I know that NCAT has something aeronautical telecommunication. They have that. Edo Timothy, welcome. They have that, but they don't have like aeronautical engineering, like when you learn engineering. I know that automobile engineering, they're already bringing it into the north. I think they say Bauchi University or so, something like that, has automobile engineering. All these engineering that were not like in the syllabus of the country, they are now bringing it in. But before then, there are courses that you can consider that if you do, it's going to give you an edge in the aviation industry. So if you don't want to spend 5 years of your life doing mechanical engineering and you just quickly want to do a degree and come out, you can consider physics. Physics will really help you. Like I showed you when we were talking about courses you will do in the university. If you've not watched that video, go watch that video. Some courses you will be doing in aviation, like some courses you'll be doing in flight school as a student pilot. I'm still going to be leaving the link up here for that video, but if you've not watched it, I think you should go watch it. And I showed you my notes. I think that was my aerodynamics note. I was showing you a lot of formulas on that you have in physics. So a degree you can consider can be physics. Physics is a very good course that will help you in aviation when you come, because the dynamics of the way the aircraft moves through air and all that, you know, air is fluid. The way the dynamics of how the whole thing works is physics. Is in fact, it has everything to do with physics. So the moment you can understand, spend 4 years of your life doing physics, you will have an edge when you come over to aviation school, because you will not find these things like, you know, funny. What have you taken in the college? Ken Roots, I don't really get that. Okay, do you mean courses that we are taking currently, or do you mean some courses that we can actually do in the college? Cassie, are you done with CPL? Yes, I'm done with my CPL, but I'm still waiting to get my ratings. So that's what I'm currently doing now. Thanks so much for asking, actually. I appreciate that. So, we talked, okay, physics. Another course you can consider is mathematics. Mathematics is very, very good, guys. Aviation, you would do mathematics. I mean all head mathematics. Mathematics of calculation of your weight and balance. Mathematics, yeah, thank you. Mathematics of your fuel calculation. Mathematics of speed, distance. Mathematics of those simple mathematics, not so complicated. But if you do maths already in university, you will find some of these things easy. Though, you know, in flight school, we don't do all those dy, dx. Courses you can, okay, courses you have taken for degree. Okay, personally, I did animal and environmental biology, but I did it in University of Port Harcourt. That's not in aviation school now, before I came. But in aviation school, I know like a place like NCAT, they offer some degree courses, but it's not a BSc course, like Bachelor of Science degree course. Like they do HND, I know they do HND, they do ND, and they give diploma certificates. So you cannot bank on, okay, you can say you want to do HND, but even the time you're going to spend to do HND, like an aviation course HND, you would have spent that time in the university to actually do a course and get a BSc degree or a BNG, like BEG, or like get something more, I'm going to say something that you can use in any other industry. Because like you know, in the aviation industry, when you come to the aviation to do anything, whatever degree they give you, it's going to just be, you can only use it within the aviation industry. But there, when you go outside, in quotes, like aviation, like just what I'm saying, if you do mechanical engineering, for instance, you can work as a mechanical engineer in an oil firm, in any organization. Actually, you can work as a mechanical engineer. If you do electrical engineering, you can work as an electrical engineer any other place, not just in the aviation industry. It's not restricted. But if you come and do aircraft maintenance engineering, either you do it as maybe a diploma course, or you just come, you are going to be restricted to working as an aircraft maintenance engineer, and so your options are kind of limited. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm trying to say. Your options are limited if you only consider like where you are, like this area you're going to be focusing on in the aviation industry. But now, for you to be able to expand your options, that you can also work in the aviation industry and also outside the aviation industry, you can consider doing these other courses that I'm listing currently, because it's going to give you an edge. When it's going, even after doing it outside the aviation industry, like you go do it in a university and all that, when you come over to the aviation industry, you are going to understand it better and faster. When these instructors are teaching, when these instructors are lecturing, it's going to be easy for you to understand it. Wanza, welcome. So I've listed mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, I've listed physics, I've listed maths, I've listed mechatronics engineering, and also geography. Guys, in aviation, you can do geography as a full course in the university. It just takes about 4 years to do geography. And part of the reasons why I'm saying this is because a lot of persons, instead of going to do a degree course while waiting to get funds in order to come to do flying, or maybe aircraft maintenance engineering, or maybe getting which other course am I going to say, air traffic control, they instead say no, they don't want to do anything, they stay at home, and you spend 2 years at home, 3 years at home, trying to get that money you need for aviation, when you would have used that 2 years, 3 years to actually achieve something in the university that is still going to give you an edge when you come over to flight school. I don't know, these are things I want you to get. I'm trying to make you understand that you don't have to stay at home and waste time. You just have to be able to make use of every single minute, hour, day, time, like every opportunity you get, you need to be able to make use of it. Because like I said before, even if you go looking for a scholarship or a sponsorship or a grant, whatsoever it may be, people that want to offer you these things are going to ask questions like, okay, what were you doing? What have you been doing? Let me give you an instance. Like personally, when I started looking for the scholarship I actually got, part of what the people that were helping me look like, okay, like people that were helping me speak concerning the scholarship, like, okay, this lady, she wants to do aviation and all that, they were always adding the fact that, oh, she has even finished university, she has even finished her NYSC, like they were adding those things, and people got to see that, oh, it's not like you're going to say, oh, why not go to university to do something? There's no like, go and add something before you come meet us. So it's going to give you like an edge, not only when coming to aviation industry, but even if you're looking for a job, or sorry, even if you're looking for a scholarship or a sponsorship or a fund, whatever it may be, people will see that, oh, this person is actually working towards something, and giving him this shows that he's serious. Let's compensate him, he can actually do this since he has started doing this course instead of waiting at home. So these are courses you need to consider. Then geography, as I was talking about geography before I digressed, geography is very, very important. Like we know, we deal with charts, maps, all these things is basic geography. If you've done geography in school, like if you've done geography in secondary school, like personally I did geography in secondary school, and geography was very interesting for me because I'm going to say it was one of my, agric and geography were one of my best courses like in secondary school. And I got to discover that when I came over, like, to do this course I'm doing now, like when I came over to do the flying course and all that, interpreting of maps and charts were not that difficult because I already had a little like idea concerning it. Though aviation expands your it expands your way you think towards these things, but doing geography like a 4 year course in the university is going to give you an advantage. I don't know if you get, like, you're going to have more understanding concerning how to read maps, concerning how to read charts, and you're going to also have a degree, so you are winning in the both areas. I miss the days of your flight school log. Ah! Don't worry, when we get back to flight school, we're going to do like more and more and more of that. Anyways, we're going to do more of that. So, these are some courses, guys, that you need to consider. Then, lastly, another course I have on my list is hospitality management. Like, if you're a person that you want to do the cabin crew course, you want to do maybe even the flight dispatch course, most especially the cabin crew course, you can consider flight hospital management, hospitality management, not hospital management. There's this course called hospitality management that I know they do in the universities, where they teach you how to dress tables, how to do all these things. Imagine applying for a job when you've gotten your cabin crew license, and you put in your degree, you put in the area where you did your degree that you actually did hospitality management. You are going to get a very big edge in whatever you're applying for, because hospitality management is broad. Even if you basically spend 4 years in doing it, but they give you practical, like, you do everything practically. You visit hotels, you see the way they dress tables, you go to caterers, like, everything is so practical. And I think that's part of what they do in aviation, especially the areas where the cabin crews have to organize things and make everything like proper for the flight safety and all that. So if you do some of these courses, you are going to stand a better edge of getting a job and even getting more enlightened concerning the aviation industry. So guys, I don't want you, why I'm saying this is because I don't want you to stay idle, like just waiting, not doing anything, and just like, okay, whenever the money comes or whenever I think I'm ready, I'm going to do this. So I know you actually get my point. I know you understand what I'm saying. I just sometimes feel I don't want to assume anything, and that's why I keep hammering on these things over and over again. Physics plus geography. Thank you so much. Actually, you're right. Physics, geography, one of the most important. Mathematics too is there. And you can add any of the engineering courses, most especially mechanical engineering, electrical engineering. These things are really, really going to help you. So guys, if you have any other questions, you can leave them. I'm going to be giving 1 minute like for questions so that we can quickly touch them before I give my motivational note for today. And that will be all for today's live stream till we meet tomorrow. So I'll just be waiting for your questions. If you have any questions, just let me know. You can just quickly leave a comment if you have any questions. Okay, I'm happy you all understood every single thing that I've said today, and it gives me so much joy because most of the time everybody's always bringing questions. Oh my god, I thought there was no questions. Okay, let me quickly touch this. How difficult was it for you to get your admission? I'm going to say I'm going to use the word that I was favored in getting my admission. Yeah, I guess it's good to have a degree. Yeah, it's very good. And okay, let me talk about how difficult it was, then I'll tell you why I feel you need to actually have a degree, and some things I've actually seen online that pilots actually talk about why it's important to have a degree. Firstly, Concerning my admission, I feel I was favored because when I clicked on the when I let's say bought my form, it was a period where the bulk set had already written, and so I didn't have to come contending with 200 persons or 100 persons and all that to write an exam. So we were just barely 8, or I think 8 to 11 when I came to write my own exam. And that period was just okay. I'm going to say I was also free that period because I had already finished university work, and I think the only thing left was convocation, like forced to do convocation. So I didn't have much on my plate to battle with. I finished with my university stuff, so I just came directly to do it, and it was quite easy. I'm going to say easy because I tagged along with the right persons to actually read for it, and they waited for some time and they sent us our admission. So it was, for me, it wasn't that difficult. But I've heard a lot of person's story that it was really difficult. This happened, that happened, it wasn't easy for them and all that. And I know that it's quite challenging because I've been in school and I've seen several sets of people come to write the exams. And guys, people are always many when coming to write the exams, and so it's not that easy to get into flight school, especially in Nigeria. If you want to come to NCAT, it's not that rosy because so that's why I feel okay. Yeah, okay. I said I was going to talk about also the reason why I feel we should get a degree. I've seen a lot of pilots that say online that if you want to become a captain and all that, part of the requirements the airline gives you is that you need to have a degree. So if you're a kind of person that is looking at becoming a captain in a particular airline, I think you should consider having a degree just in case they put it as a requirement to say you must have a degree before we can give you so rank, or before you can do this for you, or before we can do that for you. So if you consider this, you're going to be on the safer side because you already have your degree, you already have your flight training, you already have the qualifications to become a captain, and nothing is going to stop you. But if you don't want to go to captaincy level on your journey, on your career ladder in the aviation industry, then you might not mind. Secondly, another reason why you should actually have a degree is in case your medicals fall apart, because aviation is all about having good medicals. Your feet, your sound, everything is together. And if you do this, you know that no matter what happens in the aviation industry, yes, you might miss a lot of things, but you're still going to be will I say marketable in the general world. Like, you can also do some other thing with the degree that you have. So these are two reasons why I think you should really get a degree. Okay, career route, because for me, I did civil and then I got aviation. Now I'm almost done, and I'll get a job as I struggle with hours. Kudos, girl. I think that's one of the best methods that you can actually do. Seriously, career route, I actually admire you so much on how you do your stuff, how you plan. Seriously, I admire how you plan your stuff. And a lot of persons don't think about it this way, because during the period of even building ours, you need money to be able to build this ours. You need money, and for that kind of money that you need to be able to build this ours, you need to at least maybe be working or be doing something for you to be able to build your ours. So if you already have a degree, this is another reason. So this is the third reason, based on what she's telling us now. This is the third reason why I feel you should actually have a degree, so that in case when it comes to times when you have to build your hours, then you will have to consider, okay, I have to do this first, and that will be, let me go work, get the money, then use the money to build my hours. That is if you don't get a job immediately. But I always pray for us, all of us, including myself, to get a job immediately, so that we don't have to pass through that struggle of having to pay to build hours. Flight school in US are far more easier. The cheapest flight school in the world makes it difficult. I agree with you. Flight schools in the US are far easier because you use your money to get what you want. So that's it. If I'm even like, if I had a lot of money like what they are requesting for in the US and all that, I won't mind going to do my training in the US or in the UK, or even in places like South Africa, or even in UAE, because UAE has a very good flight school. So I won't consider, like, I won't even think of Nigeria. Let me be sincere with you, but I like the way Nigeria does their own things, like the standard and everything. But I don't really like the way we waste time while trying to achieve some of these things. I know patience is part of all these they always tell us patience is part of the way to get to where you want to get to, and so, but sometimes some things are actually long overdue. So if I had the means to actually do my flight training in places like US, in places like maybe UAE or all that, I'm telling you the truth, like for real, I'm going to do my flight training there. So it's not really because like, but I'm so happy that I was actually favored to be able to do it in a place like NCAT, because a lot of persons have tried their best and they could not get like opportunities like that. So I'm grateful to God, like really, really grateful. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me in today's live stream. I really appreciate, like, I appreciate you guys so much, especially both of you that have stayed like till the end of this video. Kazi Wealth, Karen Roots, like you guys are the best. Thank you so so much. And if you're new and just joining, don't forget, I will always say subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Like this video, like it, give it a thumbs up. So guys, till we meet tomorrow in the live stream tomorrow, obviously it has to be a live stream tomorrow. So my motivational note for you today is that you should remain consistent in everything you do. I'm still going to be making a video concerning that, concerning consistency, but I think I should just remind you now and again, please, whatever you've decided to do to get to where you want to get to, try as much as possible to remain consistent. Afi, welcome. You're so late for my live stream. Thank you so much for the compliments. I really appreciate it. So, ladies, guys, gentlemen, awesome personalities, remain consistent in whatever you do. And trust me, the top will be where you're going to be in no time. So, till I see you and come your way tomorrow. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.